Ladies and gentlemen, our country is in crisis. Although William Samoei Ruto is telling the world that he has stabilized the economy and the country is stable economically, when you look at the ground, things are very different. There are a number of things that are happening in this country, and we are in a serious problem, ladies and gentlemen. And if you look at what the control budget is telling us, she is telling us that William Samoei Ruto State House is spending 23 million every day. 23 million is a lot of money to be spent in State House. And Margaret Nyakago, who has been very, very vocal and has been actually showing where there are weaknesses, where there are gaps in William Samoei Ruto's government, she told us that between July and September, William Samoei Ruto spent 2.2 billion. That is William Samoei Ruto in State House. And the amount is huge. This is happening when many families are dying of hunger. This is happening when some families don't have a roof over their head because of the floods, because of the El Nino rains. Again, this is happening also when we saw many people just the other day crying because they don't have money to even go to hospital. This country is in serious problem because even some parents don't know what to do to clear school fees come January because they are crying because of the way many schools increase the school fees. Again today, the Ethics and Anticorruption courts, so this is the Anticorruption court, actually acquitted the former Treasury CS Henry Rotich over 63 billion Aroro and Kimarero scandal. And this is because the prosecution refused to ask them questions. They say they did not have any issue with them. They refused to ask them questions. Again, even the 49 witnesses, they refused to come. And this was expected, ladies and gentlemen, because this is what has been happening in William Samoei Ruto's administration, whereby the executive is interfering with everything. Remember, during Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's presidency, Henry Rotich was proposed by William Samoei Ruto. Huyu ni mtu wetu. And when you look at what has been happening, remember even Rigathi Gachagua had cases in court, and we saw the courts refunding all the money. I don't know whether they refunded the money with interest to the deputy president. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaona katika taifa letu, tunaona mambo ambayo hajawahi kuonekana katika nchi hii. Again, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at what is happening also, we see that the government is also planning to purge or to spend 200 billion because of blackouts. And this is actually, when you are going to add this to what was being said yesterday, 66 billion that was approved by the cabinet. So in total, the government is going to spend 266 billion. And this is shocking because when you look at it, we have had a planned and calculated blackouts just to siphon money from treasury, just to ensure that money ends up in people's pockets. But ladies and gentlemen, when you look at William Samoei Ruto's government, you see there are some issues that are raising serious questions. Today, the leader of the majority presented a bill to parliament that has left many people talking, that has left people asking many questions, because for you to keep animals, you must be paying annual licenses. For every animal that you keep, there is an amount that is allocated. I want to go through the list of just a few of the amount of money that you need to pay for every animal that you keep. For every rabbit that a farmer keeps, we are supposed to pay Kenya shilling 50 per annum. For every horse, many people don't keep horses in Kenya. They are normally kept by the rich. You have to pay 5,500 Kenya shilling per annum. For every camel that you keep, you have to pay 2,000 shilling. For every cow that you keep, Kenyans keep cattle, sheep and goat mostly. For every cow that you keep, you have to pay an annual license of Kenya shilling 1,200. For every chicken, you have to pay Kenya shilling 60. And for those of you who keep dogs, you have to pay Kenya shilling 1,000 per dog. For every pig, you know, most Kenyans also practice pig farming. You have to pay 550. Goats, for every goat, 660. And for every sheep, you have to pay Kenya shilling 600. And for every donkey, you have to pay 8,000. The big question is, are these people serious? Is William Samoei Ruto's government serious? Why would you tax the farmers like this? Remember, the pig farmers are also required to have electronic tax register with them. Without the electronic tax register, you're not supposed to keep pigs in this country. So what is happening in this country? Because when you look at it, something is seriously wrong with William Samoei Ruto's administration. And why would you tax the farmers like this? So what is happening here, ladies and gentlemen? I want us to look at a number of reasons why William Samoei Ruto has decided to decide on the poor farmer, the poor hustlers. The first reason, in my view, is that there is a plan to control agriculture in this country. And once it is controlled, it is, many people are supposed to do away with agriculture, and it's supposed to be left with just a few who are going to control the price of everything, because they control the supply and therefore the price of everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that should be taken very seriously by Kenyans and should be actually opposed even in court. We expect people to move to court very fast, because you cannot tax Kenyans in their own country for keeping animals that they have been kept for many years. Again, I strongly believe that this plan to bring a GMO through the back door, because Kenyans are opposed. They are vehemently opposed to the GMO, and what we expect is that kile ambacho tutaona mifugo wa mifugo jeni ikiletwa hapa. So this is what they are planning to do, because just what will happen is that many people will actually abandon farming because they have achieved the first objective. And the other thing is that they actually want to make it very impossible, very difficult for people to start keeping animals. For instance, how many camels can you keep if you are paying 2,000 per camel? What about the chicken? How many chicken can you keep if you are paying Kenya shilling 60, and pigs 550 per annum? They are going to make it very, very difficult, because when you increase, because what will happen is that the cost of running, the cost of doing business, the cost of farming in Kenya will be very, very high. So they are going to make it impossible for farmers to continue farming. Again, we have seen a kind of addiction with the taxes. William Samoei Ruto is going for everything. He is taxing everything. I think the only thing that has been left now are the rats that you can find and cockroaches that can be found in your homestead. And this is not what we expect. And all this is geared towards buying votes in 2027, because all indications show that William Samoei Ruto will be a one-term president. You know, power is very sweet, and they are fearing that they might lose power. When they look at the crowd, they know they need a lot of money, by the way. And that's why they're coming up with things that look like they are weird. Because when you ask me, most of the things that happen in this country, especially the ones that have been happening here between November and December, are weird. That is my take, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly like this video, share this video, comment, and let us expect that the government is even going to lower the cost of fuel, because we are expecting EPRA to lower the cost of fuel today by at least Kenya shilling 50. Anything less than that, we shall give our take, and let's wait. Bye-bye.